Today I'm doing a music collection video. Haven't done one of these in like 5 or 6 months. Haven't gotten any new vinyl yet, but have got a lot of new CDs and some other music stuff. And if I get to that point, I could show like my CD players, instruments, whatever. But for this video, probably becomes 2 hours. Let's get started. So the first vinyl we have is Led Zeppelin 2. It's my favorite Led Zeppelin album. Probably one of their best in my opinion. This was the first vinyl I ever got. And let's get it open, or get it out. So here's the vinyl itself. Got that classic Atlantic logo. It's a normal black marble vinyl. And on the inside, if I can get it open, comes with this card. I don't know what the purpose is, but I guess it's pretty cool. Time to put this one back. Next we have Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon. Classic album, and probably the one album you need to own on vinyl. It's a pretty sick album. Probably maybe their second best album. They come with these two posters, and I'm gonna try to get them open. So let me try to do that. Here is one of the posters. It looks like 3 pyramids. Pretty cool. Trying to get the next one open. So here's the next one. It has the band, spells Pink Floyd. Pretty cool. It's David Gilmour and Roger. Time to get the vinyl out. While I was putting these back, I just found these in there. Didn't even know they were in there. It's pretty cool, I guess. Here's the vinyl itself. Nothing too special, just a normal vinyl, but still pretty cool. Alright, next one. Next is Paranoid by Black Sabbath. Classic album. Probably one of my favorites from them, besides Master of Reality. All the classic songs are on here, like War Pigs, Paranoid, of course, Iron Man, Electric Funeral, which is one of my favorites, and just every song is pretty good. Time to get the vinyl out. Here's the thing that you can put the vinyl in, but I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to ruin it. Pretty cool. It's got the band on it. Here's the vinyl itself. Pretty cool album. Alright, next one. Next we have Pantera's Metal Magic. This is their first album. People think Cowboys from Hell is their first album, but they didn't start in 1990. They started like in 1981, but this is their debut album. If you want to read this, just pause the video. As you can see, it's a bootleg, sadly, but maybe one day I'll find an original, but I mean, I'm happy with it. It's a white colored vinyl, and for some reason, This album is the only album out of the 4 glam albums with a white vinyl. I don't know why, but yeah. Next one. Next we got Projects in the Jungle. Pretty good album. Not really my favorite, but still pretty good. I like all the Pantera albums, no matter what decade it is. This one you can kind of see more that it's not in the best quality, but whatever. If you want to read this, pause the video. I think there's nothing on the back of this one. Yeah. It's crazy that's them in 1984. And I think this is the only one with like a yellow label. This one's a red vinyl. Pretty cool album. I think my favorite song off this album is like, I forgot what it's called. Let me check. Probably Heavy Metal Rules or All Over Tonight. Pretty good songs. Rex's bass is pretty good, and I think they use drop D tuning on All Over Tonight, so it's pretty heavy in my opinion. Alright, next album. Next we have one of my favorite Pantera albums. Not like number one, but like from the 80s era, this one's probably my favorite. It's got a cool album cover. Has a sick picture on the back. And you can tell this is a bootleg, because I realized this, I don't know when, but that's supposed to be a C, not a D. I don't know who misspelled that, but they need spelling lessons. I think this one you can really tell it's a bootleg, and here's why. If you want to read that, just pause it. It's a cool photo of Daryl. So, they put Dimebag twice. Well, back then he was Diamond Daryl. But that's supposed to be Terry Lee, which is him. And then they just put a photo from the next album. Phil wasn't even in the band yet. This one, it's a red vinyl with a red label. Pretty cool album. Love this album. I mean, might not be the best for Pantera fans, but I like it. Next we have Power Metal. This is a great album, and I mean a great album. This is where they started finding their sound, and I think this was the first vinyl wise of the 80s era I found. Pretty cool. Phil's vocals are pretty cool. If you want to read that, just pause the video. And as you can see, that was in the last one. So, another red label with a red vinyl. This one's pretty good. It has a song from I'm the Night, which is down below. Good song, but it's way faster on this album, so makes me like it more on this one. But I think Terry's high vocals on I'm the Night down below, it's pretty good. Anyways, next band. Now we're in Metallica now. This is Metallica's Kill 'Em All. This is from 1983. It's their debut album. It's pretty good. Pure thrash. Classic thrash. Just perfect. I mean, the first song, Hit the Lights, amazing. Just hits you right in the ear, I guess, if you play it loud enough. And this has Cliff's famous Anesthesia solo. Amazing. I think my favorite song off this album is probably No Remorse or Motor Breath. They're all pretty good. Like the first 3 Metallica albums, or first 5, are probably their best. But I prefer the Cliff Burton era because I'm a Cliff Burton fanatic. Here's pictures of the band. And then these are just the lyrics. And then here's the vinyl itself. Nothing too special, just silver thing. I don't know what it's called. Alright, next album. Now this is my favorite Metallica album of all time. It is never gonna change. I'm always gonna love this album. Ride the Lightning is probably their best album, and I don't care if anyone thinks Master of Puppets is better, or Kill 'Em All is better, or Justice for All is better. I don't care. This album is the greatest thing ever made. And this was the first Metallica vinyl I ever bought. It's supposed to be an M with the lightning. Cliff did so great on this album. Every bass line he did was great. I mean, For Whom the Bell Tolls intro is just makes you want to fly. And his lead bass on the Call of Cthulhu, can't even tell it's a bass, but oh my god. But you got some classic songs like Fight Fire with Fire. I mean, the second it kicks in, you just want to bang your head till it snaps. Sorry about that, my alarm went off. Forgot to turn those off. Anyways, here's the band themselves. And the lyrics. Here's the vinyl itself. It's pretty dark. Can't really see the thing. Great album. Love it to death. I'm never gonna change my opinion on this album. I mean, Master of Puppets is pretty good, but nothing's ever gonna top this. Ever. Next album. Next we have Master of Puppets. Pretty good album. Probably the best of 1986 thrash albums. Not as good as Rain and Blood, or maybe a little better than Peace Sells. I mean, 1986 had some amazing thrash albums. But sadly, this was the last album with Cliff Burton. But man, did he play his heart out on this album. Especially on Orion. Probably their best instrumental. I don't care what anyone says. To Live Is To Die is pretty good. Anesthesia is just a bass solo. The Call of Cthulhu is great. But Orion, Cliff's bass playing is amazing. And the solos he does just shows he could have been probably, I mean, he is a good bass player, but he didn't get to play as long as he probably wanted to. But the album starts off with Battery. Starts off slow with that clean acoustic guitar, and then it just kicks in just like Fight Fire with Fire, and then you just want to break your neck just headbanging. The thing that should not be probably the heaviest song on that album, Disposable Heroes, pretty good. Leper Messiah is probably my favorite. Here's the band themselves. Here's the lyrics with pictures of each member. There's Cliff with his iconic rings. And here's the vinyl itself. This one is Battery Brick color. I think I got this back in 2023, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember when I got it, but glad I did. It goes with some of my Master of Puppets stuff, which I will probably show at the end. Next album. Next we go Live at the Hammersmith Odeon, September 21st, 1986. 6 days before Cliff died. Pretty live album, probably not the greatest. It's red colored vinyl, but pretty cool to have. Next album. Next we have Garage Days Revisited. Amazing EP. The first thing to feature Jason. And you can actually hear the bass on this. It's not cut down to 0 because Lars wasn't whining yet. If you want to read that, just pause the video. It's kind of hard to read though. Some cool pictures of the band. Here we have the vinyl itself, just a normal black. Pretty cool vinyl. I think Last Caress and Green Hell was an amazing cover. And it's probably to remember Cliff because he always wore that Misfit shirt. Alright, next album. Next is Injustice for All. It's a great album. Has an iconic cover. Here's the band themselves. The lyrics. Sadly, there is no bass on this album, so I don't even know why they credit him as playing bass. You can sort of hear it with like the kick drum, like the double kick and stuff. That's about it. Comes with 2 vinyls, because once this album came out, all other albums after has 2 vinyls in it. Sadly, this isn't colored, but pretty cool. Next album. Next we have the Black Album with their self-titled album. Got this back in the summer 2023. And I wouldn't have had this album as quickly as I did because the day I went to look for it, because I knew they had it at like a Walmart. I went to go find it. Couldn't find it. So then I went to grab a Beatles vinyl. And it was in bad quality, so I went to find a better one because I remember seeing another one. See Black, because Let It Be is like a black cover, so pull up, and then I found the album. Here's the vinyl itself. Here's the lyric sheet. This one's colored, but it's kind of hard to see, so I might have to pull it out. It's like an inkish color, but it's pretty cool. All right, next album. Next we have Load. Pretty underrated album, in my opinion. I mean, it's not thrashy or too heavy. It's like hard rock at best. But it's a pretty good album. It has some good songs. The Outlaw on Tour is an amazing song. One thing I don't like about this album, or the vinyl to be exact, is the lyric sheet. Because there's barely any lyrics on here. But there's a lot of cool photos of it, so that's pretty cool. Let me get the vinyl out. So there's 2 vinyls on each side, but once I get to the gatefolds, I'm not pulling both of them out. Here's the vinyl itself, just normal black. Pretty cool album though. I mean, if someone were to put this album on, I wouldn't mind. I mean, there's times I want to put it on, so might give it another listen, maybe soon. It's a great album. Wish I had Reload, because that album's pretty good, but I don't have it yet, because I'm still missing like 3 metallic vinyls, but I'm pretty close to having them all, because I need Reload, S&M, the first one, and Garage Inc. Alright, next album. Here we have the most controversial metallic album, Saint Anger. I think it's pretty good, just not the greatest. To be fair, it is bad, but not that bad. Like, I can listen to it. There's some good songs. There's the band. Some kind of monster. Get the vinyl out. Here we got the lyric sheet with 4 photos that I don't know what they mean, but someone probably knows. So here's the lyrics. Sorry about that. And here's the vinyl itself. It is a cool orange color. It's pretty cool. I think Saint Anger on vinyl is pretty cool. Next album. Next we have Death Magnetic. This is like the return to their thrash roots. Oh, excuse me. This is a good album. I like it, because one day I was going on a road trip and I wanted to hear a Metallica album, so I put this one on. It's pretty good. It's better than I thought it was, because I haven't heard like every Metallica album or song, but it's a good album. I think my favorite is probably All Nightmare Long. Suicide and Redemption is a good instrumental. Here's the gatefold. And this has no lyric sheet. It's just the lyrics in the gatefold. Here's the vinyl itself. Just a normal black. Well, that's pretty much it. Next album. Next we have Hardwired to Self-Destruct. Pretty cool album. I think it's pretty good. Just a gatefold with the band, with their weird looking thing. I don't know what that's called. It's stuck. Here's the lyric sheet for this side. Here's the vinyl itself. It's like a more, looks like a Crush Fanta type of orange. Pretty cool album. I like it. I haven't heard this one all the way through, so Don't know if this is my favorite, but pretty good album. Next we got S&M 2. This one I'm not gonna pull out all 4 vinyl because it's too much. It's a cool vinyl to have. I think it was like $50. If I remember getting this back in 2023. Oh, I gotta get the vinyl. Alright, here's the vinyl itself. I don't know what color it's supposed to be, but it's a pretty cool color. I know there's a booklet in here. Let me get that. Alright, here's the booklet itself. It's probably gonna be hard to open. It's just got pictures of the band and all that. From the performance and the symphony. Wish I could have like something I could put over here so I can use both hands, but maybe in the future I'll have better ways to film. Next album. Next we have 72 Seasons, Metallica's most recent album. Got her newest release. Here's the vinyl itself. Here's the little lyric sheet booklet. Cool. And then here's Papa Het himself and Kirk. This album is a great album, in my opinion. I remember I listened to the whole thing when I got the CD in the mail. That was a great listening experience. Every song was pretty good, in my opinion. Alright, next album. After I get the vinyl. The vinyl is like a reddish black ink. Alright, next album. Now we have Megadeth debut album, Killing Is My Business. This is good. This is the Final Kill version. This is the only version they had on vinyl. Pretty cool vinyl. Every like both sides have the lyrics to each song. And the vinyl. That's it. Here's the vinyl itself. I don't want to lay it like this, but I can't hold it pretty well. So, normal black, but it's got the album cover picture, which is pretty cool. Alright, next album. Next we have Peace Sells, But Who's Buying? I know whose favorite album this is by Megadeth. I'm not going to say who, but I'm pretty sure they will watch this video and they will know who they are. Anyways. This is a cool Megadeth vinyl. I think this was the first Megadeth vinyl I ever bought. No, it was Rust in Peace. Never mind. But I do remember buying this. It's a cool vinyl. Normal black. And then on the inside, it's got the Capitol record thing on it. That's pretty much it for this album. So, next album. Now we have Megadeth's most biggest, most recognizable album, Rust in Peace. This album is a masterpiece, like a 10 out of 10 album. There is no skips on this album. No skips. Like, no skips. There's Dave himself, David Ellefson, Nick Menza, Marty Freeman. Probably the best lineup. Some classics. There's the band again. Here's the lyrics and the vinyl. This album is just perfect. Like, from Holy Wars to Hangar 18 to Tornado of Soul Take No Prisoners. Just every song is amazing. And if you don't like Megadeth or never heard them in your life, you'll listen to this or Peace Sells. Next album. Now we're in the final band of my vinyl collection so far, which is Slayer. My favorite thrash band of all time. My favorite band. Just love Slayer. And this is their debut album. There's Jeff Hanneman himself, God rest his soul. Then there's Tom, Carrie, Dave Lombardo, the best drummer, in my opinion. So, with this vinyl comes a poster. Let me get that out, or open it up. Here it is in its full glory. On the other side, that is part of the Slayer logo. I'm pretty sure when you get the 4 Metal Blade record era vinyls, they will have a poster on the inside, and I think when you get all 4, you can make the Slayer logo, which is pretty cool. And I think if you wanted to have like one with a poster on the inside, or one where you can just hang it up and it'd be the album, or get all 4 to make this, you'd probably have to buy 3 of the same albums if you wanted just like that. That's probably what I will do in the future. Right, next album after I get this done. I don't know why I keep thinking I'm done. Alright, next we have pictures of the band. There's Jeff with his Les Paul. Lyrics. Here's the album itself, just normal black with that cool Metal Blade record. Blade or whatever. Alright, next album. Next we have Live Undead, probably one of my favorite Slayer album covers. This is just an awesome cover. Here's the band. I think this album is like a joke live album, like it's live and nothing's like jokey about it, just like a fake crowd, I'm pretty sure, from what I've heard. Here we got the poster thing again. Might try to open this real quick. Here we have the other part of the Slayer logo. And here's the poster itself. This would be sick on my wall, but I want to keep it in the vinyl because I want to keep it just how I got it. But if I ever buy another copy, probably gonna hang it up. Time to get to the vinyl and stuff. Here we have the band themselves. There's Carrie, Dave, Jeff, and Tom. Lyrics. For some reason, they don't put the lyrics for Aggressive Perfector, but they put lyrics to Chemical Warfare, which is nowhere on this vinyl, and I've checked. Pretty cool album. Normal black. Nothing too different. But this is a great live album in my opinion, and I recommend it. Next album. Next we have Rain and Blood, the best thrash metal album of all time. And you know it's good if it's only like 29 minutes. It's like an EP standard time length. You got 10 songs. Each one is just a classic. This album is no skips, none of that. It just gets to the point as soon as Angel of Death kicks in, that high scream, then it ends off with Raining Blood. Alright. Oh, and I found something out about the cover. Just look it up, you can probably see it, but I'm not gonna say what it is. Here's the lyrics and the vinyl itself. Now this one is pretty cool. It's a clear vinyl with like red on it, like blood. Alright, next album. Next we have Slayer, South of Heaven. This is an iconic album. Just the start of South of Heaven, the second it kicks on. Oh my god, it is awesome. And I think I got my friend onto that song, which is nice. So it must be a good song if even my friend who doesn't even like this type of music likes it. Live and Dead, probably my favorite riff, because it's like, it feels like this, that type of feeling. But Behind the Crooked Cross or Mandatory Suicide are probably my two favorites. Spill the Blood, pretty good. The Judas Priest cover of Dissident Aggressor, pretty good. Ghost of War, now that song, that's a great song. There's the band. Let's get the vinyl out. Now the vinyl, just normal black. Lyric sheet. And that's pretty much it for this album. Now the next one, gotta figure out something. Next we have Divine Intervention. Now this one I'm kind of scared to show. There's the band. So here's the band themselves. Now I'm gonna show you this side. I'm not flipping the vinyl over because supposedly there is a arm that is just carved Slayer into. So yeah. Speaking of which, it's also in the lyric sheet. Oh, nice. Alright, I'm done with the vinyls. Now, time for the CDs. Alright, to start off the CDs, we're going to start with the Beatles, because I think they're the one band I have a lot of CDs from. We got Please Please Me, amazing debut album with the Beatles. Another great album. The Beatles' second album, I don't remember when I found this, but it's pretty cool to have. Next we have A Hard Day's Night. This album means something to me now. It's just a little hint. And I know someone who likes this album a lot, especially the song, and I love her. Beatles for Sale. Not the greatest, but it's pretty good. Help. It's the first Beatles album I ever bought. Rubber Soul. Yesterday and Today, the Butchered cover. Glad I have this. I mean, it's not the original vinyl, but it's a cool CD to have. And you can still see the Butchered cover. Revolver. Sgt. Pepper's, probably their best album. Everyone can agree on that. Magical Mystery Tour. Good soundtrack. Crappy movie. The White Album. Probably one of my favorites. Because it's got Helter Skelter. Yellow Submarine. Probably the worst soundtrack. And this one, I'm still mad I can't get the sticker off. And Abbey Road. That's for this section. Now I gotta move on to this section. Alright, we have Let It Be. Good last album. Past Masters Volume 1. And Volume 2. Live at the BBC. Cool CD to have. Glad I have it now. Anthology 1. Free as a Bird single. Sitting that there for a second. Anthology 2 and 3. And this is what it looks like when you put it together. Got 1, which has all the #1 songs. Let It Be Naked, probably my favorite version of Let It Be. Love, another Beatles CD, that was my first. On Air, live at the BBC Volume 2. And then we have the Red and Blue album, 2023 version. And they have more tracks than the original. I want to get the original version as well. And the cool thing about it has their last song, Now and Then. Alright, that's all for the Beatles. Now it's time for AC/DC. Alright, here's AC/DC. We have High Voltage, Dirty Deeds, Done Dirt Cheap, amazing album. Let There Be Rock, Powerage, which was the last CD for the Bon Scott era I needed. Highway to Hell, amazing album. Back in Black, probably the most iconic. For those about to rock, I think this is the last album from them I needed. Look at the Switch, Jailbreak EP, Fly on the Wall. Pretty cool album cover for some reason. I don't know why I like that album cover. Who Made Who soundtrack. Blow Up Your Video, which is probably the coolest album cover in my opinion. Razor's Edge, y'all know why this one's popular. Ballbreaker. Stiff Upper Lip, I don't know why I couldn't say that. Black Ice. Rock or Bust. I remember buying this for $2 at a Family Dollar, I don't know, at all places. And Power Up, their final album. Next is Slayer. Before Slayer, I want to throw in this CD real quick because I don't know where to put it. Peter Frampton, Comes Alive. Iconic live album in my opinion. Just had to show it because I don't know where to put it. Now we have Slayer. We have Show No Mercy, Haunting the Chapel, Live and Dead, Hell Awaits, one of my favorite from the Metal Blade record. Yeah. Rain and Blood, gotta love it. South of Heaven, Seasons in the Abyss, love this album front to back. Decade of Aggression, amazing live album. Wasn't gonna be called Decade of Decadence or whatever it's called, but Motley Crue already did it, so yeah. Divine Intervention, cannot open the CD, and I'm not going to. And you know why? Undisputed Attitude, their punk cover album with one original song, Gemini. Diablos Musica, 2 versions of this album. One is just the normal release, and then one is this bonus track version with Wicked that I got from Germany. But I got it off of eBay, and that's how to specify that. God Hates Us All, pretty controversial album cover, because, you know. Christ Illusion, same thing, controversial, but good album. World Painted Blood, I love this album, it's pretty underrated, in my opinion. Repentless, another controversial one. And the Repentless Trilogy. Good live album, it's not the same without Jeff. Alright, next is Metallica. Now we have Metallica, one of my favorite bands of all time. This one's gonna be a lot, and I hope it doesn't fall. Alright, we have Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, Garage Days Revisited. Oh, the cool thing about the CD, like this one, actually has a gatefold with an actual good picture, which is sick. I don't know why they couldn't just do that for the vinyl or whatever. Just for All, iconic album. Black Album, obviously this was my first. Metallica album because it's their most popular. Even though I wish Ride the Lightning was my first for the CD as well. Now we have the 3-disc version of the Black Album. Wish I could get the Master of Puppets and Just Raw version, but maybe in the future I'll have it. It has the normal album, it's pictured, man. Riffs, demos, and rough mixes, and live stuff. Pretty cool. Glad I have this, because for some reason, where I bought this from, haven't seen it since, so guess I'm lucky. Same with this, Live Binge and Purge Mexico City. It's a cool CD. This is from that box set they did in 1993 with the VHS tapes and stuff. Pretty cool CD. Glad I have it because pretty expensive. Load and reload. I think these pictures were taken out live at the Cunning Stone Studio, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. Here's my Whiskey in the Jar single, probably my only Metallica single at the moment. Pretty cool. Now we got Garage Inc., where this is from. And we got S&M, if I can get it. For some reason, this one sounds better than the second one. I don't know why. But it's classic. Saint Anger. And I think there's something, I think there's like an extra picture in here. Yup. I don't think I saw that in the vinyl. I'm gonna put these up first and then move on to those. Oh, we have this Some Kind of Monster EP. It's got some live songs and the edited version of Some Kind of Monster. Cool CD. I don't know when I found this, but I'm glad I did because I haven't seen it since. Death Magnetic. It's that CD that I heard the full album on. Yes, I have Lulu. I bought it just to have it, and just because I needed it. And I guess for the lulz, I guess. Because you know no one wants this. I'm not going to destroy it though because it's still cool to have, I guess. And you know everyone doesn't like that. Beyond Magnetic, it has songs off of Death Magnetic that didn't make it. Through the Never. This is like the soundtrack to the movie with the live songs. Hardwired to Self-Destruct, and then we have the deluxe with the bonus disc with Lords of Summer, and hold it, I gotta check the disc. The Ronnie Rising Melody, which is for Ronnie James Dio, and When a Blind Man Cries, and Remember Tomorrow. I think one of those is Iron Maiden. And some live songs. Many Faces of Metallica. Metallica is nowhere on here, but it's just random bands covering their songs, which is pretty cool. And then you got their influences at the bottom. It's pretty cool. You can get that at Walmart, I think. S&M 2, cool CD. Still prefer the vinyl because it has more to look at. And 72 Seasons. This is the album and the CD that I listened to the whole album on when it came out. Alright, next is my new metal section. So let's get that. Alright, so we have 3 different sections of my new metal CDs, but I'm gonna have to start from here to there. Alright, so we got Korn, Self-Titled, Life is Peachy, Follow the Leader, Issues, Untouchable, Greatest Hits Volume 1, See You on the Other Side, Path of Totality, their dubstep album, and the most recent album, Requiem. Pretty good. Then we got Limp Bizkit, $3 bill, y'all. Just move that. Significant Other. Child Starfish, Hot Dog Flavored Water. Slipknot, Self-Titled. Iowa. Volume 3, The Subliminal Verse. I Hope It's Gone. 0.5, The Gray Chapter. This is the special edition one because it has the bonus track disc. Excuse me. We Are Not Your Kind. I want to get the special edition version with the bonus track. The End So Far. Disturbed the Sickness. Rage Against the Machine. Self-Titled. Now this one I have to do like this because, yeah. System of a Down, Toxicity, still this album, Mesmerize, Hypnotized, then we got Linkin Park, Hybrid Theory, Eora, Paper Cuts, and from Zero, their new album. We got Deftones, Adrenaline, I'm the Fur, and White Pony. And then we got Evil Empire and The Battle of Los Angeles. Those are all my new metal CDs. Next is Van Halen. Oh, we got Van Halen, Van Halen 1, Van Halen 2, Women and Children First, one of my favorites, Fair Warning, another favorite of mine, Diver Down. Pretty much a covers album, but still pretty good. 1984, their biggest album. 5150 with Sammy Hagar. UA12, which was the first Van Halen CD I ever bought. For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, which spells the F word in short. World Live, Right Here, Right Now. Cool live album. Balance. Best of Volume 1. Van Halen 3, Easily Their Worst. The Best of Both Worlds, which has some new songs, and A Different Kind of Truth, which was sadly their last album. Next is my thrash metal section, so let me go get that. Here's my thrash metal section. This is other bands, this is just Megadeth. But let's get started. Killing With My Business, this is good. Peace Sells. It's one of his favorite album. So Far So Good So What, pretty underrated. Rest in peace. Easily Their Best, kind of under distinction. Amazing album. Euthanasia, pretty good. Hidden Treasures, awesome EP. Cryptic Writings, it's pretty good. Risk, not my favorite, and still mad about that one time. I forgot what's the album called. The World Needs a Hero. Capital Punishment, the Megadeth Years. Chaz Kill the King, United Abominations. Pretty sick album. Endgame. There's Dave himself. Super Collider. Dystopia. This was a great album. Sick the Dying and the Dead. I really need to listen to this one. 1 second. I'm gonna have to set some of the CDs over there for the next two sections. We got Anthrax, Spreading the Disease, Among the Living, Steady Euphoria, Attack of the Killer Bees, and Return of the Killer A's. We got the Overkill, Earning the Influence, Years of Decay, and we have Sepultura, Morbid Vision / Beast-Style Devastation, Schizophrenia, Beneath the Remains, Arise, Chaos AD, Roots, and that's it for Sepultura. And then Rammstein. I don't know why they're in my thrash section, but it's the only place I can put them. I don't know how to say that. Engel, Single, and Blast. And that is it for my thrash metal section. Next is my grunge section, I'm pretty sure. And then after that, I gotta get through 2 big sections. Then I will finish up with Molly Crew, and Skid Row, and Faith No More. And then I'm gonna do my death metal section, and then Tool. Finish up with the ones on the side. Show some, hopefully, some of my music stuff, and that'll be it. Now we have my grunge section. Let's get through these. I'm gonna try to fly through the rest of my CDs as quick as I can, because I don't want the video to be too long, because most of my music collection videos are like at least an hour or more. So I'm gonna try to be quick and try to show more than I usually do. Alright, we got Live from Cooper. Now the Black Crowes, they might not be grunge, but to me they're grunge, so I count them as grunge. We have Shake Your Moneymaker, 3 Snakes and One Charm. Then we got the Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream. We have Melancholy and the Infinite Sadness. Amazing grunge album. We have Stone Temple Pilots, Core. Great album. We have Purple. And then we have Soundgarden, Bad Moto Finger. Amazing album. If you're looking California and from Minnesota, you will love this album. And I think it comes with a little EP with it. Now this one is a 2-disc version, but my body is broken. I don't know how to replace the disc. I think one sec. Yeah, there's the bonus disc. Wish I could fix it, but I don't know how. And we have Sprung, Pearl Jam, 10, their MTV Unplugged, Versus, and Vitology. Now this one's a cool CD. It's like a book, and then you gotta get the CD out of here. Cool and weird at the same time. Alright, now let me get to that section. Alright, we have Nirvana, Bleach, Nevermind, Incesticide, Utero, and Utero 20th Anniversary Edition, which has 2013 mix, demos, and B-sides, which is pretty cool. And then we have MTV Unplugged, which was the first CD I pretty much ever bought, or the CD that got me into collecting. So if it wasn't for this album and the Blue Album from Weezer, I wouldn't be making this video. Nirvana, the Icon compilation. This one is my coolest one so far. The Sliver, the Best of Box, which has a bunch of demos and rehearsals and a lot. And we have the Essential Foo Fighters. Then we have one of my favorite grunge bands, which they're probably the most heaviest, so probably shouldn't be counted as grunge, but Alice in Chains. We have Facelift, Sap, Dirt, which was the first one I ever bought. Jar Flies, one of my favorites. I'm always gonna love this one. Self-Titled, me and this person like this album. MTV Unplugged, this is the first one I ever had, but I never bought it because it was my dad's. So then we have Nothing Safe compilation, and then we have the William Dafoe era, Black Gives Way to Blue, The Devil Put Dinosaurs Here, and Rainier Fog. And those are my grunge CDs. And now I have, I don't know what I count it as. It has like black metal, groove metal, heavy metal. It has a bunch. So I have that section, and then my classic rock section, and then a little bit of one section, and then I'm going to show the other bands, show the CD rack that is right beside me, show some other stuff, and hopefully be done. Alright, here's my classic rock section. I wanted to get this one out the way. So let's get started. We have Bon Jovi Bounce, The Circle, Have a Nice Day. Need to get the classic Bon Jovi album, so probably get those in the future. We have Boston, Thin Lizzy Jailbreak, Who's Next by The Who, Blackout, The Doors, Self-Titled, Strange Days, Waiting for the Sun, Soft Parade, The Future Starts Here, and Rush 2112. Now, I'll get to those sections in a second. We have Rush Moving Pictures, Spirit of the Radio compilation, Working Man live album. We have Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, Animals, The Wall, Division Bell. This ain't a Pink Floyd album, but it's a cool CD. Echoes, Best Of. Now we got Queen, News of the World, The Miracle. Now we have Aerosmith, Was in the Attic, Greatest Hits, Done with the Mirrors, Permanent Vacation, and I'll get to this one last. Then we have Aerosmith Pump, Get a Grip. Now we have Red Hot Chili Peppers, Blood Sugar Sex Magic, I think that's what it's called. Californication. Then we have Def Leppard, On Through the Night, High and Dry, Pyromania, Hysteria, Rock of Ages. Then we have Poison, Open Up and Say Ah, the uncensored cover. And I know it's a remastered version, but I don't care. I want to see the uncensored cover. And then we have Flesh and Blood, another uncensored one. It's kind of hard to see, but the blood dripping. And then we have someone I know's favorite band, and I'm pretty sure their favorite band. Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction, Again Our Lies, Use Your Illusion 1, another one of their favorites. Use Your Illusion 2, Spaghetti Incident, Greatest Hits. I think there's a new one with their new song, I'm pretty sure, but I'm not too sure. And Chinese Democracy, easily their worst. Alright, we're done with this section. Before I get to like my other big section, I want to get these other CDs out the way, so I don't have to worry about these falling. So we do that real quick, and then I'll be quick. I'll be done. Alright, this is the other section that I can't show fully, but I can show you these. So we have Nine Inch Nails, Pretty Hate Machine, Ted Nugent, Cat Scratch Fever, White Stripes, Elephant, Oasis, What's the Story, Morning Glory, and then we have Wonderwall single, and then we have Nevermind, The Bullocks, here's the Sex Pistols, 30 Seconds to Mars, Beautiful Lie, Fall Out Boy, From Under the Cold Tree, Anthony I'm High. We have My Chemical Romance, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, The Black Parade, and Danger Days. Next we have Green Day, Dookie, Insomniac, Warning, American Idiot. And we have Weezer, the Blue Album. If it wasn't for this CD, I wouldn't be doing this. And we have the Green Album, and we have Avenged Sevenfold, City of Evil, Hail to the King. We have Lamb of God, Omens, and then we have Meshuggah. Oh, I don't know how to say that because I can't say certain words. And The Violent Sleep with the Reason. And the cool thing about this CD is it comes with guitar picks. Here is my heavy metal section. This is the last big section I have, and then I have 3 more bands in the closet I have to show, and then the thing next to my bed. Alright, we have The Very Beast of Dio, Number of the Beast, Power Slave, Judas Priest, British Steel, Point of Entry, Screaming for Vengeance, Defender of the Faith, Ram It Down, which has their cover of Johnny B. Good, Painkiller, and I'm pretty sure this is a rare album, Jugulator. Oops, Next we have Black Sabbath. We have Paranoid, Master Reality, Volume 4, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath, Sabotage, Tentacle Ecstasy, I don't know how to say it, Never Say Die, and 13, and the Ultimate Collection. Now if you can see, all those Black Sabbath albums only have Ozzy, because he's probably my favorite singer. Alright, next we have Ozzy's solo albums. We have Blizzard of Oz, Diary of a Madman, Mark of the Moon, Broken of Sin, Someone I Know's Favorite, Tribute, great live album. No Rest for the Wicked, Just Say Ozzy, which is a cool EP, live, whatever. No More Tears, Osmosis, Down to Earth. This live album, because I don't know what that's called. Undercover, Black Rain, heard this all the way through. Scream, Ordinary Man, which has 2 songs with Post Malone, and one of them has Travis Scott, which is kind of weird, but whatever. And then we have Patient Number 9. Next we have Mayhem. We have Death Crush EP, sick EP, probably the best thing they've ever made. This The Mysterious Don Santanas, which has Freezing Moon. Life Eternal is pretty good. And now we have Pantera. I have the 80s stuff on CD as well. Metal Magic, Projects in the Jungle, Arm the Night, and Power Metal. These were the hardest CDs, I think, for me to ever find. 3 of them were shipped from Russia, and then this one, I don't remember where it's shipped from. And we have the complete studio albums, box set thing, if I can get them out. They're paper thin. So we have Cowboys from Hell, Over Display of Power, Far Beyond Driven, Great Southern Trendkill, and Reinventing the Steel. And then we have the Walk EP single thing. And that's all for my heavy metal section. I'm gonna put this up, and I think I have 3 more sections in the closet, and then I'm gonna show you something else, and then I'll be done. This is my Motley Crue section, but I have Faith No More and Skid Row in here, so excuse me. So we have Faith No More, The Real Thing, Skid Row, Self-Titled, and Slave to Grind. Then we have Too Fast for Love, Shout at the Devil. It's the special red version, which the cover's about to fall off. Theater of Pain, Girls, 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 Dr. Feelgood, this, and Shout at the Devil, I think, are 2 of Someone I Know's favorite. Decade of Decadency, or whatever. Remember the Slayer thing from earlier? That's what I was talking about. We have Motley Crue Self-Titled. We have New Tattoo. I don't have Generation Swine yet. Saints of Los Angeles, Greatest Hits, The Dirt soundtrack, which has 4 new songs, and Canceled EP. And the good thing is I got it 2 days after it came out, so that's nice. Alright. I'm gonna do Tool next in my death metal section. That, and show some stuff. That's it. I think when I last did this video, I didn't have any Tool, but right after I recorded it, I got Latterus or whatever it's called. So let's get started. We got Opiate EP, Undertow, Anima. It's pretty cool. And we have Latterus. And then we have 10,000 Days, which has the cool CD thing with the glasses. I don't know if they'll work or not. Let's see. Oh no. It's not gonna work too good because I need. Oh. That's as good as it will do. But the CD's right there. But that's a cool CD that they've made. That's my tool. Now it's my death metal section, and then those, and then I'm done. Here's my death metal section. This is my favorite section of my closet or CD collection right now. Now there's gonna be some covers that little gruesome, but not real. None of it's real. It's fake. But you can already guess what band. So we got Death, Scream Bloody Gore, amazing debut album. We have Leprosy, iconic death metal album, of course. Spiritual Healing, one of my favorites. Then we got Human, cool album cover. We got Individual Thought Patterns. Then we have Symbolic, their best. And then we have The Sound of Perseverance, which is amazing. Alright, the next band, you might know them for their controversial songs or album covers. We have Cannibal Corpse. We have Eaten Back to Life. We'll be quick with these. Butchered at Birth, Eternally Mutilated, and The Bleeding. Next we have Obituary, Cause of Death. I need to get some more Obituary. I'm hoping I can get Slowly We Rot soon. I heard someone say they were gonna get it for my birthday. I don't know about that, but if they do, then I don't know. But that will probably be the best thing I'll ever receive. And then we have Autopsy, Severed Survival. Now, has the censored cover thing, like alternate cover, but I love the original artwork better because it's more just gory. And those are my death metal CDs. Now, one more thing to do, and I can show off some stuff and then be done. Here is the final thing of CDs, and the best for last. So I'm gonna try to be quick. So we have Led Zeppelin 1, Led Zeppelin 2, Led Zeppelin 3, Led Zeppelin 4, Houses of the Holy, Physical Graffiti. Oops, I didn't mean to pull that out. Presence, I think. Into the Outdoor, Coda, Mothership. And we got Kiss, Hotter Than Hell, Destroyer, Love Gun, Double Platinum, Ace Frehley solo album, Dynasty, Creatures of the Night, Hot in the Shade, One of the Best You Got the Best, MTV Unplugged, Psycho Circus, pretty cool album. We got Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. And we got Down with the Portios. I don't know what that's called. I probably said that wrong. And then we got Tom Petty solo album, Full Metal Fever, and Wildfire. We got Michael Jackson Thriller, Bad, Michael. And then we have Marcy's Playground. We got the Stevie Miller Band, Rolling Stones, Huey Lewis and the News, The Who, Cream. Then we just got some random compilations. We got Tesla, Eric Clapton, Kiss, I forgot what it's called, but it's got different bands covering the songs. Then we got a live 2 and 1, and those are all my CDs. Now I can show some music stuff I have in my instruments. First we have my 2 CD Walkmans. Then we have my Master of Puppets tour Funko Pop. Then we have my big CD player that plays vinyls, CDs, cassettes. That's where I record cassettes. And you can also do Bluetooth and stuff, listen to the radio, which is pretty cool. Then we have my Flying V. Strings are broken, they're loose. And here's my 5-string bass. One of the strings are really loose. It's a pretty cool bass. Then we have my black acoustic guitar. Then we have my 4-string bass. And next, we have this guitar I can't get out, sadly. Then we have my drums, Led Zeppelin poster, and my Kiss Destroyer poster. Then I have this random Kiss calendar. I have 2 posters that aren't hung up. It's Rust in Peace and Master of Puppets. Here's my bass amp and my guitar amp. Here's some picks I have lying around. And then just random picks in there. Some strings, capos. Here's some Slayer picks I got today. And then some Motley Crue picks. Some Kiss picks. And then Kurt Cobain poster. And this Metallica clock. We have the CD player right here. And we have my jukebox CD player that plays radio and CDs. And we have this mini guitar amp. And then we got some old vinyls right here, but this is where I keep my CDs. And that's pretty much it. So thanks for taking your time to actually watch this. And now I need to not talk for like an hour. See you.